100th video. Amazing. Never really thought I'd upload that many. In honor of uploads reaching the triple digits, I'm gonna do something different. Turn Alone tagged me for the person behind the games thing, so blame him for this vid if you don't like it. First off, Furtive Incognito is a very literal name to me. Check the definitions if you don't know what it's supposed to mean. The Twitter username, QT Purdue, is also literal. It's QT, the abbreviation of quiet, and Purdue, an old word for lost soldiers. The person behind the games thing is supposed to be facts, but I'm going to do questions instead. Starting off, Jim asks, what first motivated you to get into the niche game genre of stealth video games? There's two parts to this answer. First relates to why I was making the channel, and the second is how I wanted to go about it. I wanted to instruct people how to properly use stealth techniques in real life applications in case the worst should happen and they would need to use it to survive or evade or something like that. Most people only know what they see on TV or in movies, which does not work in practice. It's highly dramatized. It's not practical. I wanted to make an educational survival type channel, but I wasn't going to be on camera demonstrating the techniques, both for my own personal safety and identity protection and to avoid breaking any laws potentially that there might be, international or otherwise, in training stealth techniques. The easiest solution was to play stealth games and discuss how it would work in real life and debunk dramatizations the media uses in portraying stealth. The purpose of which was to provide accurate knowledge so that you could have real-world stealth techniques to help you defend yourself against those who might use it against you as well. So the safety and protection were up there in the educational reasons as well. Catharsis asks, what do I think of cup noodles? Kidding. What's the biggest challenge when creating stealth-based videos? I'm going to answer both, even though she said to ignore the cup noodles question. Cup noodles are delicious. Yeah, but they're not nutritious by any means. So don't make them the cornerstone of your diet. Seriously, though, I've seen a lot of people in college with malnutrition issues from too much cup noodle. They're good, though. I like cup noodles. Now, to answer the serious question, what's the challenges in creating these stealth-based videos? The biggest challenge with stealth-based is that stealth gameplay is by nature slow-paced. So to counter that boredom for you viewers, I have to talk a lot. Something that I'm not great at. I'm a very quiet, reserved person by nature. So there's a delicate balance that I don't always maintain. Even after editing as best I can, or even sometimes having to go back over a second time to fill in lulls with reactions or punch-up voice tracks or something just to, keep the interest coming. Omega asks, on average, how many hours are put into editing your videos? I make no secret that I hate editing, so honestly as little as possible. However, that's on average of 6 to 8 hours per video. This is part of why I don't do intro or outro bits or other things that most other YouTubers universally put in their videos. All that work goes into pacing. I tend to sit and wait, observing everything for far longer than is interesting when I'm playing stealth games. I get too engrossed in the game, often without talking. I trim these sections down for brevity. I've been cutting out failures and forced reattempt sections, unless it's particularly interesting or relevant, like multiple failures in a row, and I get more and more agitated. Sometimes I'll leave those in or I'll cut them down to where you get the idea of what happened, but it doesn't take too long to watch. I've also been cutting to help bolster watchability and cut down individual and series video lengths. I'll always cut menu and loading screens as well. I do my best to match the frames in the cuts, so it doesn't even look like there was a cut. I try to make it seamless. Live streams are very alluring, so I wouldn't have to edit, but the way I play, it would be nearly unwatchable. So I suffer editing for you. You're welcome. Shelly asks, what's your favorite part of being a YouTuber? And what is your favorite stealth game? I don't enjoy being a YouTuber, I'll be honest. I see it as a public service and my responsibility. I used to be a thief and do home invasion, shoplifting, etc. All the statute of limitations and whatnot have expired. I was never caught or anything like that. So I kind of do this as a way to personally make amends in some small way. If I can teach you about how to hide, maybe you'll think about it and kind of think about how others can hide around you, and then you'll be more aware and alert and safer because you'll know what they could do and where they could be, and you'll be alerted to it. You'll be looking out for it. At least that's my hope. My favorite stealth game is Alpha Protocol. Sushi Funk asks, what's your favorite video game or video game series? As I just said, Alpha Protocol is my favorite. Mass Effect 2 is a close second. My favorite series is Splinter Cell. I took personal offense when Michael Ironside was not voice acting Sam Fisher in Blacklist. It took me 2 years to get over that and start playing the game after I rage quit on release night after buying the version with the remote control playing. I felt betrayed, and it took a while to get over that. Humble Zeus asks, will you ever do a face reveal, and what would you do if you gained 1 million subs overnight? First part, no. Incognito is in the name for a reason. You'll never see my face. I do go to some cons, and if you bump into me and happen to recognize me by voice somehow, you'll get to know what I look like. Otherwise, it's going to be a mystery. Sorry. And if you do run into me at a con, I will deny that it's me, and I will pass it off like I have no idea who you are and I have no idea what you're talking about, which would make me like any other random person you run into. So, good luck trying to find me. If 1 million people decided to subscribe to me all at once, I'd be suspicious and expect all of them to be trolls. A 4chan raid, or something similar to that. I don't know who views me, how they found me, or why they keep returning to watch. My channel is about anonymity. Sub, like, and comment at your own risk. I advise against it so you don't give away any data to big companies like Google and whatnot and get tracked and all that stuff. Though you can do settings to prevent it a little bit. You can also use things like Tor or whatever to try to block stuff, ad blockers. I don't monetize, so I don't care if you ad block my site. I know some people don't. In fact, most YouTubers do monetize, and I would say you should support those you like. But it's up to you. You do you. I don't care either way, personally. Digital Dame asks, do you plan on branching out into other genres, or would you prefer exploring only the stealthy sort of games? Personally, I prefer stealth games. They already have the mechanics that I'm attempting to educate on with the channel, so it's just easiest to use. It's also my personal favorite style of genre is the stealth game. So, there's that. It's also more unique for the channel, as many others are doing the other genres, and it's become oversaturated, especially the horror genre. It's flooded. There is a bit of overlap with the survival horror genre, and a few shooters. So I likely will branch out a bit. There aren't a lot of stealth games either, compared to every other genre, so I expect I might exhaust the options eventually and have to branch out. I've done a little bit of branching out where I attempt to play non-stealth games in a stealthy manner, And those have been met with relatively good reception so far, so there might be more of those as well. Tinted Kane asks, what's the first video game you ever played? Duck Hunt. I'm done talking now.